we will be playing the quiz in Kahoot. And so this is the agenda which will Shyam will go through. Okay, so about the organizers. So I currently for this meetup we have two organizers. So I am Shubham, and I am working as a professional integration developer in Millennium. So Giridhar, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Shubham. So thanks for joining us today, guys. So again, today we come up with an interesting topic called Mule integrating with the Liquibase. So Shyam will introduce the topic and show us how it works. So before that, I'll just introduce myself. Myself, Giridhar. I work at Hastin as a senior architect. I'm a certified MuleSoft developer and architect, and I'm a MuleSoft meetup leader and mentor as well. So I have overall 14 years of experience in the integration space. I'm traveling from the last 10 years. That's pretty much about me. So over to you, Sham.
Okay, let me hand over the presenter mode to Shyam. Shyam, now you can present.
Mm, Okay, hope my screen is visible. So,
Yes.
so about me, like I have total 12 plus years of total experience. I am currently working in Tricon Infotech as a senior principal engineer, and I have more than 4 plus experience in MuleSoft. I was started with Mule 3 and then took a break, and then I started again with Mule 4. And I am a certified MuleSoft developer and architect. And also, I am certified. I have done the certification in for the Liquibase fundamental also, and I am active member of MuleSoft Help Forum, and I'm writing the blogs and helping. Currently, I'm sharing the contents on best practices on database over the LinkedIn, so you can follow it up on me, and you will get some best practices on database. Yeah. So the today topic is like Liquibase. So this is database change management. So first, like what is the Liquibase? So Liquibase is a open source solutions, and it comes with two other edition also, like Pro and Enterprise version also. But yeah, so this is open source solution, and it is for managing divisions of database schema script. Okay, and it will work across various types of database. So there is no like it will work with different types of database: MongoDB, Oracle, PostgreSQLs, and and also like it supports various file formats for defining the DB structures. So generally for DB structure we are writing the SQL script in SQL format, but in Liquibase you can write the script in JSON format also, and XML and YML format also. We will go through this in demo. And why we need Liquibase? So generally what we are going to do, like we are maintaining the DB script. Like in our Mule application we have to create some of the database schema, like creating some tables and these things. So generally what we are doing, like we are creating a DB script, and we are maintaining that in text based or some notepad or something, and then we are manually applying to the DB. Like we got some requirement that we need accounts table, so we are writing the script, and then we are going to the DB and creating the that table manually. We can automate this using Liquibase. So but in this way, like we there will be more issues, like we can sync between there will be uh, we can easily load sync between the code and DB state. So if you have like multiple environments, so it will be we have to maintain all the stages, like this script we have to apply in dev environment, this script we have to apply in the UAT, and this script we have to apply in prod. Sometimes uh, we can forget applying some of the script and we will get some issues. So to overcome this, we have a Liquibase. So even like it will be very hard to find out the state of particular dev environment. Like up to like you have 10 script, and you have to maintain, like we have executed 8 script in dev environment, 4 script in UAT. So you have to go and check manually, like which script we have applied in which environment. And also sometimes like we are not able to find out the issues. So sometimes we have to delete all the database schemas, and then we have to recreate the DBs, and it will be very hard to recover from the error during the development. So for these issues, like Liquibase is a good solution, and we have another tools also, not only Liquibase. So there are similar tools available in the market, like Flyway and MyBetis. These are the two most more popular, uh, and these are the dead project. These are developed, and there is no progress on these tools like DB deploy, migrate DB. So you can say like these are the dead projects. So generally, like we are using Flyway and MyBetis and Liquibase. So yeah, how it is different from the others. So like it is very easy to set up, and it is very extensible, and it has like database difference report. It can generate the database difference report also, and it's supporting many database types. It has rollback features and database independent migration support, and it is Java based and easy to manage with Java projects. Like like MuleSoft is also, we can easily manage Java and Spring. So you can easily manage the Liquibase also, and it has like we can write the SQL script in different format: XML, YML, JSON, and SQL. We will see this in demo.
Shyam,
Yeah.
we have hey Shyam, sorry for disturbing. We have two questions. One from Sai Ratna, like script means DB query.
Yeah, DDL also you can write, and we can write. We can use NoSQL DB also. Yeah, it will be more clear when I will go with demo. Uh, Bear with me for some time. Let me go with the Liquibase side. So this is the Liquibase side. Okay. So here you can see like this is the Liquibase, and through Liquibase you can easily track, and you can do the versioning and deploy the database changes. Okay. And this is like open source project and help millions of developers rapidly manages database schema changes. So the question is coming like, while Liquibase has been downloaded over 100 million of times, so it has features like it has flexible database change, so you can write the SQL query in XML format, JSON format, YML format, and SQL format also. And you can easily you can do the version controlling, and you can do the order of changes, and then you can do the standardized development also. And it is built for developer, so you can control like when you have to deploy the changes and where you have to deploy, so you can easily control this. And these are the features like flexible schema change, like it supports 4 formats: SQL, XML, YML, and JSON. And you can easily auto generate the script for the review. So and then you can there is a repeatable migrations, so you can know there are some repeatable migrations like uh, stored procedures. So that we are writing create or replace. So there are some repeatable migrations like you can write multiple times, like if there is changes you can perform again and again those changes, like a trigger and a store feature and view. These are the repeatable migration which you can perform. And yeah, here you can see like integration and extension, and then we have a rollback feature, and then we have a context independent logic. So uh, context will be one field is there, and you can use precondition also. Using context, you can define that this script we have to run in this particular environment. So we have to define the context. If you're defining the context as dev, so you can say, imagine like we have application property table, and we are maintaining some of the URL, like and that we have to maintain, like for dev, that URL will be different. So you can manage that, those inside query also using context. You can define context as dev, so that will be run only in the dev environment. And then we have a real-time monitoring and visibility. And here you can see, like Liquibase works with the widest range of databases. Here you can see like Amazon RDS, Oracle database, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, Snowflake, MongoDB, MySQL, and here you can Cassandra, MariaDB. Here you can see like NoSQL DB is also there, like MongoDB. So these are the supported databases currently by Liquibase. Okay, and why like Liquibase we are using in our applications? So here you can see like there are two way of managing the SQL script. One is manual change management, and another is like using Liquibase to manage the changes. So the first thing is coming at like we are always in dilemma that this script has been applied or not in this in that particular environment. So that we have to do the manually, we have to check the manually. But using my Liquibase, you can check the, like we have a version control database schema changes, so we are maintaining all the script in one table, that is table name is database change log, and where we can see all the history, which script is applied or not. And the second thing is like you have to manually order the script, like first we have to run this script, then this one, then this one. So you have to write those scripts manually in some of the notepad or something. But here you can see like you can automatically order the script for the deployment, like you can manage first this one has to run, then this one, then this one. And sometime it will happen like we are some developers override each other changes. So some developers go and done the changes, like override the changes, like drop the table or something like that. But here in the Liquibase, you have to create a branching, and then it will go for the review. Then you will merge. Then that Liquibase changes will be applied. So it will go for the review and these things. So, and here you can see like harder to implement, like continuous deployment in case of the manual change management. And in this one, like you can embed this product or build tools like Jenkins. You can integrate this Liquibase in uh, any build pipeline. And here you can see like you have to spend like hours spent reworking a script, like, and you can do the easily rollback changes using the Liquibase management changes. And here you can see like uh, it has three additions. So here you can see like uh, which Liquibase is right for you. So you can bring the CI/CD to the database no matter when you are on your DevOps journey. So here you can see that there are three versions, and one is open source, and one is pro, and another is enterprise. So this one is free, uh, and this open source, like this community edition, will fulfill our requirement, like it will do the like version track and deploy database changes. So you can do these three things using the open source. If you have to like work faster and smarter, then you can go with pro and enterprise. So here is some analysis or some features available in the pro, so that you can see. Okay, I'm not going much detail in the addition and pricing. So coming back to like Liquibase has good documentation also. So here you can see like what is the Liquibase, and you have to click on learn Liquibase concept. So concept is very like these are the concept which you have to follow. Like so, let me click on the introduction to Liquibase. So here you can see Liquibase is a database schema management solution that enables you to revise and release database changes faster and safer from the development to production. Okay, so like you can write migration script like database queries and this thing in SQL, or you can write these things using a like database agnostic way by specifying your changes in XML, JSON, or YML format. So here you can see like there are change type which we have to support. Like here you can see like entities like add column, alter sequence, create function, and procedure sequence, create table. So uh, if you click this one, they will provide you the all the details like this is the create table and this is in XML format. Okay, and similarly you have to you can write in another format also. Here you can see like constraint, so there are many constraints. You can drop primary key, add primary key, and these things. And here you can see like this is insert load data and these things. And then we have miscellaneous also, like these are the things. Entities you can see like you can create table also, create table, create index, like generally which SQL script changes you are applying, you can do it. Okay, so you can write the script in four format like SQL, XML, JSON, and YML format. And here you can see like and we have to write this in one changelog files, and one changelog file will be there, and where we are maintaining all the change set. These are the change set where we have to write the script. Okay, and then we will have one Liquibase properties file like uh, where we have to maintain the Liquibase credentials. Okay, so in the properties file, like you have to provide the credential related to the database URL and username and password, and then uh, other things. So then we have a Liquibase command. Like there are basically six types of command like update, rollback, snapshot, different, and status and utility. Today we will see the this command update, and then I will come back these tables. Then they will create like when you run this Liquibase update, they will create two tables: database change log and database change log. I will come these two tables in more details, and how we can run this like database management options. So you can use like a command line interface also, but in that for that you have to install the Liquibase in your local machine. And another way is like Liquibase Java API, and you can integrate in your application and deploy the database changes on the application startup. So we can integrate this. I will show this one also in today's demo. I'll be using like a Spring Boot, Spring to call that Liquibase. And another way is like integrate Liquibase into your build process, like using Maven, Spring Boot, and Jenkins, GitHub Action. Uh, you can integrate this one also. So I'll be showing two demos today. One is using Maven and another is using Spring Boot application. Let me come back to the PPT again. So yeah, I have mentioned that it has a broad range of databases such as Oracle, SQL Server, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, and these are the also works with DB2, Apache Derby, and these are the okay. I think I have covered this one. So let's come back how Liquibase works. So there are two main mechanism or concept that are the foundation of Liquibase. One is like schema changes. So schema changes which consist of change logs, change set, and change type. So there are three things. One is change logs and change sets and change types, and then there will be two tracking tables that will record the database changes. So schema changes are the fundamental unit of a change in the Liquibase, and you can write in SQL statement also, like create, modify, or data or drop database objects. Or example of typical schema changes are like creating table, adding index, drop column, and also like you can write this SQL changes in XML format also, like XML, YML, or JSON, and these are molded as Liquibase change types. Okay. So we have two tables, like one table is database change log and database change log. So tracking tables are used to track version and deploy database schema changes. If your database does not contain a tracking table, Liquibase will create one for you. So when very first time when you will run that ambient Liquibase update, that time it will create two tables. One is database change log and another is database change log. So the first table is used to create, like when this one is created and used by Liquibase to track which changes have already been done. Okay. So it does this by tracking its sense. So there will be like three columns: ID, author, and file name. With these three combination, they will identify that this script has been done or not. Okay, so here you can see this is the table which will be created automatically. And first thing is like ID. So we are maintaining some ID like 1, 2, 3 or something. Then we are mentioning the author name, who has written that script, like, and then we have a file name. We have to provide some file name, and then we have a few columns also like date executed, when it is executed, order executed, execution type. We will come to these columns later. And then we have a database change log table. So like uh, to prevent multiple instances of Liquibase running at one time, so Liquibase creates and uses this table behind the scene first. And like there is some column called logged, so that will be updated. If Liquibase is running, then it will be set as 1, otherwise it will be 0. If it is 1, so no other users can run the Liquibase at the same time, so preventing that like other developers, DBA, or especially automated process from being able to execute database change at the same time. So prevent for preventing purpose, we have this table. So like coming back to the major concept, like one is change log file. So here you can see like this is a root file of all the Liquibase changes. So this is like database change log, and here you can see that there are multiple changes: change set ID 1, change set ID 2. So you can write create table, then create sequence in change set ID 2. And you can include file also. You can create the changelog in a separate XML file, and you can include that XML file or SQL file here in the database changelog, DB changelog. So the unit Liquibase tracks execution of database operation, that is called change set. Okay, and it will be uniquely identified by the author and ID attribute, and runs only change set which are not executed state it in the database changelog table. So first it will check that this table, and it will determine like which all the new change sets are not applied. That will be applied. So here you can see like this is the format for the change set. Here you can see some ID is there, 2.1.0 or something. Then we have an author, that is name, and you can specify the DBMS also, like in which if you are supporting multiple databases, you can add the DBMS also. Here you can see like context, prod, and test. So this script will be only run in these two environment like prod and test, and then there will be some sample of change set. So each change set contain a change like one SQL, and it will be recommended that you can create one change per change set. So these are the changes which we can do using the Liquibase: adding column, renaming column, modify column, drop table, create table, rename table. These are the operation you can do. Create view, drop view, and these are the data quality refactoring. Like you can add a lookup table and some adding a null constraint. All the like SQL script which you are thinking like, and these are the foreign key strength, referential integrity refactoring, and you can do the insertion of data also, and then architectural refactoring like creating the index, dropping the index, and custom refactoring. And one thing is like you can add the precondition also, like some of the like you are removing some of the columns and dropping some columns, so you can add precondition that that column exists or not. So you can add the precondition for the dbms type, current username, and table exists, and view exists, foreign key constraint exists, check if table has column, then we can drop that column. So this is the precondition. So here you can see like this is the precondition, and table exists like test, and if it is exist, then we are uh, deleting the dropping that table. And then we have a context. I have mentioned that it is possible for a specified for each sensor in what context it should run. Like if you have to specify like in which environment we have to run this script, so you can use the context like the prod for production and test for test. You can add this, and you can, and how we can run like using a command line and a maven you can use, or you can use automated. Yeah, you can use a spring listener, or you can use java api. You can embed the liquibase and execute it through its java apis. And this is the like properties files, liquibase.property file, in which we have to specify the liquibase driver, and then we have this is the change log file, and then username, and then password, then url, and this is the command like. So this is the common commands like generally today I will be going with the update, and it will applies all undone changes in that applications. Other things I'll be skipping. This is rollback, snapshot, dbdoc. You can later explore this one. And these are the tips and tricks which I will come to later. Let me go with demo, then it will be more clear like what is sensate and what is this. For demo, like I have written one article on this one, two article on this. Okay, so the one I will go with this one, Liquibase integration in MuleSoft application. So steps are provided there. So just you have to create a project, and then some folder you have to create Liquibase changelog, and in the script we have to write the script. So first we have to create a db changelog file. Okay, so this is the like history of all the database changes we have to maintain here. So this is db changelog. Okay, then we have to create a liquibase.properties file where we have to mention all the like url, username, and then password and context. And here you can see like this is reading from that dbchangelog.xml file. So here we have to maintain all the script. So we are going to add one script like uh, create account table. So here you can see, and this is the first comment like Liquibase formatted SQL, and we have written that create table accounts and some user ID, password, email created on, and last login. So and another so we have created this script under the script folder. So we have to add this script into the this database change log. So here you can see we have added that script into this include file. So when we run this ambient Liquibase update, so that time it will pick this file and run that. And also we have to add some plugin related to the Liquibase. So here you can see this is the Liquibase plugin. So Liquibase man plugin, and it is reading the property files that is from this one, this location. And here you can see like we have added the PostgreSQL dependency, and then we have to run this command mbl Liquibase update. That's it. And I'm using PostgreSQL, so you have to create this uh, database like Postgres, and you have to provide the credential, correct credential from Postgres, and then it will be ready. So here you can see like once you run this script, you will see that uh, here you can see like this is the creating database history table with name, database change log, and then they are running this query, this script. So I'm going to import like this is the, I will share this link. So I'm going to import this one, this project. Okay. Hope my screen is visual.
Yes, Shyam,
This
it
is
is
reading.
visible.
Yeah.
Shyam,
This
there
is
is a
reading.
question in from Suchitra.
Okay.
She's asking that one change per change set means one change in a particular table at any given time.
I will come to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me import this project. I have cloned it, and let me import this in AnyPoint Studio. So here you can see I have imported this project, and let me explain again. So here you can see like I have defined all the database properties here. So it is reading from this. Okay, let me write XML. Okay, and here you can see we have a db change log.xml file. So here you can see like I've provided three scripts. One is create account table, and then we are inserting some records in that customer, and then we are creating some card table also. And here you can see I have mentioned that you have to write one script, one per chain set. So here you can see like in this file, you have to maintain like one script, one file. So that I have mentioned there. So here you can see like we have creating table accounts. There are some column user ID, username, password, email, and last login. And then we are inserting one records also in that table, like here you can see like username mule and password max. And let me change name also, and let me add the password. Okay, so this one is, and then we are creating a card table. So here you can see when we run this, so these three script will be run. So let me go to the db first. I will show you, this is the db database, and here you can see I'm using public. And here you can see there is no table created. Okay, and yeah, before going into that, in the pom.xml file, here you can see we have added a plugin related to the Liquibase. Okay, uh, this is we have added some PostgreSQL dependency, and then here you can see we have added the Liquibase Maven plugin that will be reading some property file from this Liquibase.properties. So, and here you can see like just I've created a one listener, like just selecting that database accounts table. Okay, so select a star from accounts. That's it. So first I'm going with the first demo that we will run this as Liquibase changes using Maven, and then in the next demo I will use uh, it can be run during the application startup also. So here you can see we have to run that command Liquibase update. So here you can see yeah, here you can see like executing on databases, and here you can see like this is the uh, URL, and we are using this is the database. First they are acquiring change log lock first, okay, and then they are creating some database change log table, and then they are executing the script. Like here you can see 1 2 and 3, these three has been executed. So let me go to the DB and check that. I'm going to refresh this one, and here you can see uh, uh, we have created the in the first script what we have done, like we have created like user ID, username, password, email, and created, and these are the columns. So here you can see uh, user ID, username, password, email created on, and last login is there. And also we have inserted one records in the accounts table in the second script, so maybe we can see the data also. Here you can see like user ID is one, and username we have given like Shyamraj, and then password is Prasad, and we have inserted one records in the account table. And another we have created another table called car, that is also executed. And if you see the database change log, uh, let me go to the view data. Yeah. So here you can see like yeah, one author is Shyam, and then this is the file name, uh, and then we have inserted the records, and then third script will be executed. And here you can see like there is some deployment ID also, 696969 something. So in the same deployment, all these scripts are executed. Okay. So we got another requirement, like we have to remove this column like last login. Okay, so what we are going to do, I've created all the scripts, like you can see alter table public account, drop this column name last login. So we have to add this script into the database db change log.file. So just I'm commenting this one. Yeah. So here you can see like 1, 2, 3 is already executed. Now they will execute the fourth one also, and that will drop the column last login. And you have to like I have created 1, 2, 3, 4 like 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 0, 4. So this will listed in order in this script folder also. So we will come to know that after this one is executed like that. So that's why I maintained like 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. This is one of the best practice which you have to follow. Okay, so again I'm going to run the same command. Yeah, so here you can see first they are acquiring the change log lock. So in database change log lock, so first they will update that like one more column is there. Here you can see if one and locked lock granted and locked by. So first they are requiring the change lock. So and then they are reading the table, this table, and then they will be able to determine which all script we have to run. So here you can see like src and this is executed. And if we go in this table, we refresh. Yeah, so here you can see like last login column is removed, and even you can see in the column user id, username, password, email created on last email, like last login date is removed. Okay, now there are some of the script like which we have to run multiple times, like view, trigger, function, or stored procedure. So in that one we have another tag that is run on change is equal to true. So when you will do the changes every time, it will run again. So uh, first time it is I'm just create a replace view. We are creating a car view and just selecting some id and license plate from the car table where color is red. Okay, so I'm going to run this one again, and I've added this one. Yeah, so here you can see like this one is run successfully. And if you go to the database change log, yeah, so here you can see like this is the author name, and then in this one is executed, and there is some order also like 1 2 3 4 5. So you can check that on which order it is executed. And okay, let me check the view. This is car view. Okay, so here you can see that color text is red. Now we got some requirement like we have to change the view. So and so you don't have to create another view. You can do the changes in the same file. Let me update this as blue and save it, and we can run the Liquibase update again. So here you can see like this file is executed again, ran successfully. And let me go to this record again. Here you can see order executed is changed to 6, and here you can see executed type is rerun. So it is executed again. If you go to the car view again and see the data, like okay, we have to refresh it. So here you can see that it changed as blue. So in case of stored procedure, triggers, view, and function, you can we have to use the tag run on change is equal to true. So this is we have written the script in SQL format, but I have mentioned that you can write the script in other formats also, like JSON and uh, XML. So here you can see I have some examples. Like I will go with one. So here you can see like one of the example for the change log dot. So here you can see like database, and this is JSON format. Here is you can see the change set, and this is the ID one or something. Then author. Okay, where you have to add some author name. Let me copy this one. And let me add some context also. Let me add dev. Okay, let it be other things same. And then we have a sense set, another sense set. Let me add something. And UAT. And this sense set which we are writing in the JSON format, you can execute this script in any of the database. So, okay. And then we have another sense set 3. And let me add again. So there are 3 sense set. So in the first sense set, you can see like changes. Changes create table, and what we are going to create person table, and then we are defining the column name, ID, and this thing, and then another column is name. Then we have another column address, address to city. So this will be executed in the context dev, like only for the dev, and we have defined this context in the Liquibase properties also. So you can change this context, like if you're running this script in dev environment, UAT environment, or prod environment, so you can use that. You can pass the environment value. Okay, so here you can see, and the second chain set, which is creating a table called company, but we have set as context as UAT. So only the UAT environment, this will be executed. Okay, so we have created one database change log in JSON format, and we are going to execute this one. So just I'm going to change that one. We have to read that db change log.json file. So next time they will read from this table. Just I'm going to run again. So here you can see like only the change set having 1 and 3 that is executed. And let me go to the data. So here you can see like this is the file name from where it is picked it up, and the order executed is 7 and 8. And here you can see like context, only the having context as dev that is executed here, dev and dev. And yeah, so you can add some comment also, like here you can see example comment, and here you can see some description is also there, like create table, table name is equal to person or something, add column, and table name is equal to person. So if you refresh this one, you need to check this person is uh, created, and here you can see all the things. So similarly, you can write the database change logs and change sets in YML format also. Here you can see this is in YML format, and another is XML format also. Here you can see like this is the change set ID, and then you have to follow some naming convention which is available in the Liquibase site. So here you can see change type, the entities, and for each you will find one example. Okay, so I have covered this one, like integrating Liquibase into your build process using Maven. So before like building your application, first you can run the ambient Liquibase update. So it will run all the database changes. Then you can start the deployment process, like deploying the application in the AnyPoint platform. Now I'll be coming to another one that will Liquibase will be deploy the database changes on the application startup. For that one, we have to use Spring dependency. There are minor some changes, other changes. So here you can see like we have defined some uh, these things. So database credential is here also. You can see we have mentioned, and then same tables, same db change log file, and then we are reading that application properties, which we have created, this one. And we are using a Spring, so we have to create a one bin.xml file, and then we have to add some Spring module. So we have added that Spring config.xml file. You have to add Spring JDBC, Liquibase core, and Postgres SQL dependency, and you have to add these three into the shared library also. And here you can see we have created a one data source. Uh, Using you have to provide the driver class name, URL, username, and password. Then we are creating another bean like a Spring Liquibase, and here you can see like Spring Liquibase. In that you have to provide that data source. So I provided that data source, and you have to provide that change log location. So where that file where we have to read these changes. So you have to provide this location. Okay, and then you have to add that data source, and here you can see like at least we have added one listener and selecting that account table, and then we are doing some transformation, and you can run that application. During the application startup you will see that this Liquibase will be executed because we have created a bean that will be executed. That bean will be created during the application startup. So in that startup you can see like here you can see like schema is set as public, and then acquiring the lock, and then reading from this table, and then executing the script. So I'm going to uh, so there is another application. I'm going to import that one, and I will show you. Hope the first demo is clear. If anyone having doubt, please let me know.
Shyam, we have few questions.
Okay. Yeah, so if any script got failed, then how will rollback or handle? So I think when you are developing, writing the script, then you will come to know this script is we have issues, so that will be automatically rolled back. That will be not applied. So you have to fix it and fix that script, and then uh, execute again. And uh, Liquibase also provides some rollback feature also. If you have applied some changes, after that you have to write the rollback script, and just you have to run that command mbn Liquibase. That time that will roll back those changes. The scripts are written already, then how to insert dynamic records into table. So I think I've given this demo like in the second script. You can see uh, I've created a table accounts, and then we are inserting one records into that table. Insert into public accounts, and that you can do. And which context will have precedence, property file or change it. Context will be context is different thing. Like context we have to define like environment, like it will be dev, UAT or prod, and property file or change set. So yeah, so here you can see we are defining the order in the db change log.xml file. So we are defining the orders. In this order, all the script will be executed. So first this one, then this one, then this one. So the order will be maintained here, like in this table, like database change log file. If three scripts are executed and the third one failed, how do Liquibase rollback? So yeah, so this one also like if three scripts are executed and the third one is failed, so two are executed and the third one is failed. So there is a rollback feature also that I have not explored. So that we can do. We can pass that deployment ID. It will roll back all the three scripts. Here you can see in the introduction I have said that it has update, rollback, snapshot, difference, status, and utility method. So you can use the rollback feature, and it will roll back all the. You can pass the deployment ID, and it will roll back all the scripts. You can explore this one, and yeah. Any further questions? Yes. Uh, yeah. Okay, let me import the another one, another project, and then I will come back to questions again. This one is MuleSoft Spring Liquibase integration. Okay, let me close this one. So here you can see like we have defined this application dot properties, and if we go to the config, and there are some global elements, so we have to add that configuration properties, which we have to add. We have to read that all the properties in the application dot properties. Then this is http listener config, and then we have created a spring config .xml. Okay, so here you can see like we have created one spring config, and here we have defined the data source, like okay, and that is reading from that spring database URL, and from this. Okay, so here you can see like, and then we are calling that spring liquibase, and this is the class, and okay, and we have to define the changelog. So changelog location is this file. So this is the final changelog location. So here you can see uh, this is the db changelog.xml file. So there is only one script, that is create account table.sql. Okay, and here you can see this is the script. And in this example, we are using another database spring. So let me go to the spring database, and we can see like there is no data or no table created. So here you can see there is no table created and these things. Let me close all this. uh, okay, so here you can see like just we have configured the listener, and then we're selecting records from the account table. Okay, and that is select a star from accounts. Then just we are doing some transformation, like just printing the payload. Okay, I'm going to run this application. So let me go to the, so here you can see like during the application startup, this table is created accounts, and in the database change log you can see uh, view data. Yeah, so one script is executed, this one create account table. Okay, and if you see the logs, So here you can see like these are the logs related to Liquibase. So then they are reading from database change log, and after that they are creating and then deleting that one. Okay, and if you hit that URL, like I've created a sample. So there is no record, so we are getting empty records. So maybe we can try the inserting one records, and then we can try to access. Then there will be one record. So here you can see like this one. Just let me copy this one. So we are going to insert one records, okay, and then we have to add that uh, this one also, like include file. Yeah, then we will run again, and so in this process, like uh, all the Liquibase script will be applied during the application startup. So basically, you can go through my article. If you have any doubt, you can reach out to me anytime. I will help you, and you can integrate this Liquibase integration in your application also. If you are using a database in your MuleSoft. So here you can see like this one is executed, and if we hit the same, then we will get one records. Here you can see we are getting one records. So I'm done with my demo, and yeah,
Thank you, Sham. Uh,
I have one more slide. Like this is the like so yeah. So these are some of the best practices which you have to follow. Like use one file per change for one SQL script. Create one file and use run on change attribute for stored procedures, views, trigger, and function. So and decide early if rollback feature will be used. So you can write the rollback script also, and yeah, and do not change wrong change set. Just add new one with fix. So you have created a like you have created a new table, and sometime after that you thought that, oh, we need one more column. So instead of doing the changes in the same change set, you can create another change set. Just add one more script for adding that another column. So these are the some tips and tricks. Yeah, and yeah, now question and answer if it is there. Thank you. Hope it is clear.
Yep. Thank you, Shyam. This is very insightful session. So hope many of the folks in the session got a lot of insight from this. Yeah, we'll go to a trivia if there is no question.
okay, so if anyone needs to enable us to enable his mic, let us know. Okay, so okay, let me share my screen. So if nominate yourself for the next meetup speaker and suggest a topic. So if you are want to speak for our meetup, so let us know, and we will help you out if this is your first time. So what's next? So yeah, share this with your friends, and join our group and fill the feedback. So there is one announcement that we need to do. So coming this Sunday, we have a meetup. So you can check this on our page. So I'm just sharing the link on the chat. So Gaurav Khetarpal, will be speaking about MuleSoft RPA, that is robotic process automation. So please do register. Okay. So next we have okay. So now we will have the quiz. Give me a second.
Yeah, the next meetup will be on coming Sunday, which is on 16th at the same time, 11 a.m. in the morning.